Alrighty, we had some adjustment on the Alliance and on the Horde. We got for the Horde, we still have Dead. We have Kronos now. Oh boy, Kronos. Oh my god, what is this? We have Kronos. We have Merrymaker again. We have Prox coming back as a Feral. And Belcher's Boomkin going up first. This is going to be on the Alliance. Looks like it is going to be Avalthus up first. And the rest of the Alliance team just has to wait it up. Belcher versus a Druid. As always, guys, good luck and have fun. Be out of stealth unless you're the one dueling. Thank you. Cool. Now we're good to go. Avalthus from Day... What server is that? Die Todes Krallen. Dia Children is German, right? Isn't it? It probably has to be. While Pelcher is from Defias Brotherhood. That is I know that Pelcher is Dane. He's Danish. It means he's like a muffin. They are next to one another, but it's gonna be a stealthy duel up until the end though. God, but you can see the differences of like how rogues walk around and how they look for stealthies and how druids do it. Rogues are more about like a Roomba. You like try to scan the whole ground. Druids are like, stay the hell out of there. Anything could be in the middle. It could be scary. And make beelines. You make straight lines from place to place. Rogues like to kind of bob and weave like a snake. Because most of us are snakes. A full kidney onto Pelter. We'll see if Avathus is going to invest a lot of cooldowns into it. Just Toxic Blade. There's going to be Thorns and Avathus is just going to bail the hell out of there. Pelter needs to get some damage before he gets behind the pillar. Not going to be able to land any hits. And Avathus is going to catch himself a little bit of a reset. Gonna get a bit of a heal. I don't think he even has dots, so he's gonna be a full reset for the rogue. And Budges is gonna have to find himself a full reset as well, I think. That's gonna be a full... It actually is gonna be a silence onto Pelcher. Pelcher trying to get the dots up and running. Has Avathus in the open. Is gonna go probably for big damage. Trying to go for insta-cast while he's got him. Cloak of Shadows coming out and Pelcher jumping right into bear form to survive any of this damage. Trying to just shift forms so you can stay away from Avathus. War Stomp coming in, maybe he can get a root. No Cloak of Shadows available for a while. If Pelcher can get that root and big damage to Avathus, he actually could do something. Bash coming in, it's a trinket. It's going to be full kidney onto Pelcher yet again. Does have Bark Skin, might even go for Thorns. Could go for some big damage. Barely has any health. Popping in his own heal for 30%, but that's not going to hold him off. Going to get a few more heals. Incarnation is up, and that's going to be a vanish out of Avathus. Should be able to still see Pelcher. Pelcher might be able to get an insta-cast, and Avathus eats one insta-cast to the face. If Pelcher could somehow get over there faster, then Avathus would take a lot of damage. But Avathus is not going to have any dots on him. Pelcher is going to pop it to bear form. That sap is not going to do much. Or it just Pelcher has dots, so they keep breaking. But Avathus is just going to AFK his Incarn. That just sucks, honestly. Full stun onto Pelcher. He does have a big zap cannon onto Avathus, but we just can't see the animation. But it is up and running, though. There's going to be Thorns, and Avathus is going to bail out of it. There's going to be a smoke bomb, and Pelcher actually has to walk into it. Does drop a Starfall to hit Avathus a bit. Stellar Flare is going to land. He's going to have some big dots into Avathus. At least has some sustaining damage. War Stomp into Soul of Wrath, so you can get at least one of those abilities off. Bash into Avathus. Shrink coming up for Avathus in a little bit. Cloak of Shadows is also up as well. Trying to get a few instances into the Rogue. But the Rogue is going to land a kidney onto Pelcher. Pelcher, who can get himself a heal real quick, might even be able to get a few more heals. Actually lands a huge amounts of heals and just jumping right into Bear. Going for another Stellar Flare. Gonna get interrupted on it. Maybe you can get some more dot damage onto Avathus. But Avathus is melting little by little. And Avathus, popping Cloak, trying to hang in there. Trying to live against the Druid and actually dropping it kind of low. Thorns are up. Triggers out of it, and the Solar Flare is going to be smacked him in the face. Tasty's going to run up next. Not going to let the Druid recover. Going to go for a full stun, and that is going to end it right there, ladies and gents. Does go for a Bardic Skin, lives by a little bit. Ice Sphere is going to come out for Tasty. That's one ability we haven't seen in a long while. Going to try to get them Frost Shocks in there into a big Earth Shock. Tasty just ends him. Alright, Tasty's up versus Prox now. That's going to be hard. 9% dampening. That's how long these duels are going, guys. 9% dampening. 5 minutes in and dampening comes in. It's going to be Tasty getting a wall off. Trying to keep Prox out in the open. And gets the stun into Prox. Trinket coming out. Tasty trying to use all those dots with his racial to get himself a little bit extra intellect. Going smarter. Dropping in Fire Ellie, going for Ice Fury onto Prox, trying to get some damage in. Earth Shock coming out right afterwards, trying to keep the Earth Shocks going. Prox is getting himself a bunch of hots. And Tasty, I don't know if he was going to purge him. Going for Healing Surges while there's no interrupt available. Does get an interrupt out of Prox right now, though. while the elemental is wailing onto Prox, doing some damage. Trinket coming out for Tasty though, does get another Earth Shock into a full stun onto Prox. That's gonna do a lot of damage with the Ellie and everything. Is gonna put him in a bad spot. Gonna go for a wall right now. Healing Surges are coming out for Tasty. Does have himself a huge Stormbringer available. And Prox is going to go reopen onto Tasty, get a knock back out in the open. Tasty's going to get a few zaps, but Prox was able to recover so much of his health back. Can Tasty do anything about this? Earth Shock coming in onto Prox. Continue to slow him as best as he can. And I think he actually juked that kick. He juked that kick completely. Prox is trying to land some more damage in, and that stun is going to set their health in basically the same stance. But Prox has so many hots on him. You're just making sure the hots are rolling at all times. If Tasty ever gets a stun, so Prox just continues trucking along. Doesn't have to take a break to reheal or anything. Getting so many bleeds and so much damage onto Tasty. Tasty's wall is coming up a little bit, but that's really about all he's got. Trying to go for healing surges. Does juke out the kick. Does get a wall up and going for healing surges. But Emma Prox, again, just continuing to put even more pressure. Just so much pressure back to back on Tasty. Fully hotted up, so this stun is going to do some damage, but not nearly as much as you would expect. Does have an insta cast right afterwards. Tasty tried to go for a Stormkeeper setup. Emma Prox is not going to let him with that kick. Ice Fear is coming out for Tasty right afterwards. And holy shit, this song sucks. I'm going to skip this one. Healing Surge is coming out for Tasty. Another Earth Shock. I like the Earth Shock animation, like the rocks form. That's some big zaps out of Tasty, out of nowhere. Tasty trying to get a knockback into Prox, not going to land. Prox going in behind the pillar again to reset his hots. And he's going back in there. It's going to be Trinket off of that stun. Still staying super offensive with Tasty. Letting for sustained pressure damage. That's all he's going for, is a sustaining damage as possible. Short stun coming out into him. Tasty going to land himself a heal. Big bite into Tasty. But it's again, Prox just trying to go for sustain, just trying to outlive this Shaman. 24% dampening. Prox just has so much health. He's just trying to put so much pressure onto Tasty. Shifting now to get himself a reheal, but also to throw off all those slows. Gonna run through the Earthbind Totem, killing it this time. Gonna pop into Bear for a moment, back into Cat. There's gonna be another Lightning Lasso, burning in his health fairly low. Can Tasty do anything about this to make a comeback? Does get a Flame Shock onto Prox. Prox is rehealing himself. That's going to be both Ellie's chasing after Prox this whole time. Does land himself a heal. Earth Shock's coming out. Dropping Prox's health fairly low. Forcing a wall out of Prox too. Prox still has a heal. No more walls available for a while though, for about 2 more minutes. Does a big Incarn, and that's going to be wall out of Tasty though. Big Lightning Bolt, Zaps, and Earth Shocks are going to come out of Tasty into a full stun into Prox while getting beat up by the elementals. But look, the Fire Ellie sometimes just subs doing damage, and Prox actually dropping to like 5% worth of health. Trying to recover with heals, 30% dampening. And Tasty is just going to go for heals himself. Looks like Prox is going to find himself some refuge. Going to go for heals himself. Tasty's going to interrupt that heal though. And now Tasty looks like he's at an advantage. Even though that was Prox's incarnation. That was his biggest burst possible. And Tasty's still trying to make sure there's a dot onto Prox. Prox is using the corner to get Tasty close. Trinket coming out for Prox very, very soon. But that stun is going to land again. That elemental is going to wail on him for a little bit longer. Now it's back up to Tasty and Prox to figure out who's going to be at advantage. It looked like Tasty was going to take it for a moment. Gets a root onto Tasty to keep him at distance. Gonna go for full reheals. But he's still very playing a sustainable build. Just as much sustain as possible. The two juggernauts, two gods, actually juking a kick. Tasty's going to get that Stormkeeper out with all those instas. And it's even going to get a free Ice Fury onto Prox in order to get more slows. Those zaps are going to reduce Prox's any kind of healing he did just now to null. He got himself a regrowth, and so that one zap honestly just made it so much less worth. Trinket coming out of Prox as he gets hit with Tasty stun, and knockback coming out for Tasty, which he's going to use to line behind the pillar to catch himself a reset. Make sure the hots are rolling. Capacitor Totem is going down, so it's going to at least stump him a little bit. I mean, another song again. Oh my god, what's with those slow ass songs? I hate it. Not a fan of this one either. Prox walling up again. Still has a heal. Tasty. No more wall available. That's going to be the shortest stun into Prox. It was so DR'd from the capacitor earlier. Trying to go for healing surges. Is Prox going to kick a knee? Does he have a kick available? I think he does have a kick available, and Tasty's trying to juke him out. Let's go for Stormkeeper. Lands the Stormkeeper. The zaps are going to do some work. Tried to knock Prox back, but Prox was able to line it at the last moment. And Prox just continued to sit in there like he's doing a PvE fight. He's just in a trade dummy right now. Short stun onto Tasty. He trinkets out of it. There's going to be a big Earth Shock. Lightning Last to follow. Prox is in a position where he actually could take a lot of damage right now. His health is dropping little by little. Tasty healing surges are coming out. Prox is going to rehot himself and get in there to keep trucking along and just keep sustaining against Tasty right now. Rate of Fire Ellie's coming out. It's about 25 seconds until Tasty has another stun, which Prox will not have a trinket for. Big basher to Tasty. Can Prox end him right now? Trying to big Earthshock for Tasty, and he does go down. Whoever's up next needs to go and end Prox. It is going to be Razor Chaos up next. Tasty almost had himself a full duel. If almost he could have just waited until that dampening though. That would have been it. Until like 25%, well 20 seconds maybe, to get the big damage. It's going to be Cyclone by Prox onto Razor Chaos, so he can get himself some refuge into regrowth. That's a pretty fresh use of a Cyclone. That's going to be Prox trying to go for re-stealth. I think Razor Chaos also caught himself for re-stealth, and Prox is going to get opened up on. Basically, no health left. Moonfire spam is coming out for Razor. Prox barely survived it. 48%. How do we keep getting to 48, 49% dampening? Honestly. How many jigs there? That was so many, honestly. Stun onto Razor Chaos. Prox is just trying to survive this. Trying to make a comeback. Did Besserman pop cooldowns? He did. I think accidentally. Prox barely has any health. Razor Chaos is trying to AoE him out, trying to swipe him out, and Prox is going to go to the other side of the pillar. 51% dampening. Healing is reduced by over 50% now. Prox popping in Thorns. Thorns coming out for Razor Chaos. Both of them getting the wall out. And Razor Chaos just wants to put as much pressure as possible. Prox trying to go for a Hibernate. Wants to go for a Cyclone. And it's going to land it. What is this Cyclone play? I like it. I like it. Utilizing the brand new talent. Given back to Ferals. Which shouldn't be a talent. Should just be a baseline ability, honestly. Looks like Prox is going to catch himself a reset. Razor still has dots on him. Prox is gonna wait out hit cooldowns. Full stun. Trying to get the damage in. Gonna get a big bleed up and running. He's gonna wall out of Razor Chaos into a bash into Prox. Try to pre-wall the damage, I guess, or something. Trying to get a big setup. I think a big bite coming out of Prox as well. Into a bash into Razor. That's gonna be Thorns, and Prox might honestly, he's just healing up. Got Thorns up on himself. Razor, he's gonna start taking so much damage hitting into those Thorns, but wants to beat on Prox. Prox is dropping to like 10% health. Moonfires are coming out for Razor Chaos. Wants to end Prox. More damage, more dots, and does land him with a Moonfire at the end. Alright, Merrymaker's up next. These duels are going so long. Is this a subtlety or still Assass? This is gonna be a cheap shot. It looks like it is Assassination. Into a Mark for Death and Venom, into a Vanish, into Zakati. Shadow stepping past Zakati. He's gonna try to find himself a reset. Where's Zakati at, actually? There he is. We did have Merrymaker just mount up, since Zakati is gonna pick up the eye so he can get away from the pet. Zakati is not gonna mount up some. I don't think he actually can, since the pet is in combat. Doesn't he can on one side. Merrymaker actually dodges that. How would you dodge that just now? That was like 300 IQ play. That was a reaction time of a cat, dude. What the hell? I'm gonna lose those bad. I'm so rusty in PvP. It's sad. Twins. As long as you're having fun with it, man. That's all, man. That's all it is. Bidil, my friend Shadowface plays him. Merrymaker get an opener onto Zakati. Evasion available so the pet doesn't stop his opener. That's big Vendetta, and Zakati popping in big pet. Merrymaker wants to get the damage in while all this is there. The pet is gonna root him down. Slow's coming in for Zakati, wants to get away from Merrymaker as best as possible until he has a setup. Zakati is taking so much damage, but so is Merrymaker, trying to go in as much Hambo burst as possible. Smoke bomb coming out, throwing daggers at Zakati, building up for common points, wants to go for a full kidney probably. Is Zakati going to have anything? Probably will have a trinket. Both of these guys have such low health. And Zakati does take out Merrymaker, and Dead is going to take an opportunity of this. Take out Zakati, drop a flag on him. Bessemer at 70% dampening. How is he going to do? We've seen Bessemer versus Dead before on Blade's Edge. With 70% dampening, that's a little rough. Bessemer's trying to go for a... Oh no, he's like, nah, we gotta end this duel now. We gotta end this quick. Bessemer popping Chill of Vengeance. It pops so quickly because of dampening. It doesn't last nearly as long as it needs it to be. It's not even a shield or anything. Bessemer's going for heals while he can. The dots coming out. Dead is closing in though. There's gonna be Wings and a Hodge coming in onto Dead. Dead's gonna trick it out of it. Bessemer has the opportunity to get some damage in. Bob coming out. Execution Sentence. That's gonna be a Freezing Trap, and he has no trinket to get out of it. There's a good opportunity for Dead to catch maybe a little bit of a heal, and you're gonna go into a camo right afterwards. Bessemer is going to be able to catch a few heals. Dead is just going to avoid his wings completely. That's a little bit BM. So Bessemer might even have to pick up the eye. Dead is going to dot him up. Besserman is just going to go to the other side of the pillar. Dead is going to close in at him. Besserman needs to get some damage out if he wants to do anything. Maybe execute a sentence. Shortest wings in the world. Needs to go for a flash of light while the wings are up. Barely any healing is happening out of this. 89% dampening. That's going to be a big bubble coming out into a trap. Oh no, turtle shell. That's going to be dead. And Bessemer, immunity for immunity into a freezing trap by Dead. And I think it won, man. I think it won. Yep, into a stun onto Bessemer. He has nothing left, and that was going to be it. That's going to get a big harpoon, and that's it. These duels that go to Dampener, honestly, I don't even know how I feel about him, dude. I don't even know how I feel about him.